Today is the is that the 8th? Yeah. It's the 8th of May, 2025. Um we're going to do a ritual that is kind of a secret ritual, a bit adapted to mini brains of someone. I'm not going to mention their names. They are, you could say, political leaders. Um, so it's to turn them into children. So, so it's to be innocent like a child. So these are the brains that I've prepared. They look like this. This is the brains. It's actually pork mince, which is the closest to human matter, if that makes any sense. I have to wear gloves just in case I have to touch something. I don't want my energy, my sweat is my energy. My skin cells are a bit of dust from my nails. I don't want it going on that. So that's when they talk about energy, right? It's your dust from your fingernails, your dead skin cells, your sweat, anything from you. Because then the spell may backfire. Yeah? So you have to wear gloves. I also got some holy water. This I bought from a Church of England church. I also got some holy anointing oil. These people are quite evil. So I think they need this. They need exorcism, to be honest. I think they belong to a lodge as well. So the Freemasons and very toxic people. If there's any Freemasons out there, you need to get balance in life and stay out of the darkness, because too much of the darkness is a bad thing. Too much evil is pure cruelty. You can discipline someone, yeah, but when you take it to the excess, that becomes abuse. It becomes abuse of power. It comes under harassment. So you need to get balance. Yin and yang, simple. Shadow and light. Without the darkness, there would be no light, and without the light, there would be no darkness. Simple, really simple. The talismans that I'm using. This is luck. It's a Norse luck. It's specifically done by a Norse witch in Denmark. And the other one is, it's about a witch to assist me. So it's a stone that is channeled with a very, very powerful witch to help me in my ritual. I don't know if she's passed on, so she's in spirit. She could have been one of the ancestors of the witch I know in Denmark. So that is connected to the Norse religion, Norse tradition. My father's side is of Visigoths. Most of my father's side, his father's side are Germanic, Visigoths. But he married a woman that had Ashkenazi heritage. Her grandmother was a Rothschild. So the two sort of blend together with the Germanic Norse heritage. If you're into ancestral worship, Santeria, they always say to worship the ancestors. So I worship my mother's ancestors, which are Russian. So I don't know much about Russian shamanism, but I'm learning. Also, the Russian deities, I'm not familiar with them. And the others are summoning demons, but I'm not going to summon them anymore. Or not for 2026. Sometimes I do use the vampires, Lilith and Hecate. I have used them. I do wake up with a very, very sore throat, as if someone is saying, can you please not pray? Can you not speak to those deities? I don't actually know who's doing that to me. But the psychic attacker actually needs to he needs to obey me. Yeah, he needs to obey me and listen to me, and he needs to respect my wishes. I'm an environmentalist. I'm a conservationist as well. So I protect nature, I protect wildlife with my magic. And I protect certain people that I think are being severely bullied by other world leaders. So I would step in and do something for them. And this is my path of life since 2008, because I had a tragic surgery that left me totally crippled for many years with agonizing pain, and I had to be sedated just to live a normal life. But I wasn't living a normal life because I was sedated, so most of the time I was sleeping, and I slept like 10 years of my life away because I was in severe pain because of one operation, and I needed another operation to repair the damage of the first operation, which ended up in emergency surgery. And I don't know what was in the doctor's mind at the time. I was a single parent and I had 2 children, and it was a really, really bad struggle for me with pain. I was in so much pain I couldn't even sleep. The best I could have was 30 minutes, and I had to sleep on frozen hot water bottles, like a bed of ice, because the pain was so bad. So for that's why I had to take codeine for so many years, because I was in so much pain I couldn't sleep. I didn't know what was causing that pain. I don't even know if it was my own doctors at the doctor surgery that were causing me to have severe pain with their voodoo practices. And I really don't know what's wrong with them. I mean, my daughter has a typical German surname. My son had the pointed ears that are mainly found in sort of Scandinavia. So I don't know if she thought she was some sort of incarnation of a demon, but I was saying, whoever, whatever his ear shape is, she shouldn't judge him because of that. So, anyway, we're going to do the ritual. There's some toxic people, right? We all know someone in our lifetime that's been very toxic to us, and we don't know why on earth they're doing that to us, because we haven't been toxic to them. We've been polite. So this is more to do with justice and respect than it is for retribution, revenge. It's we're trying to remove someone out from power, because he's a danger to anything living. Because first he started with tariffs on Europe, that people, that businesses who want to sell in America have to pay tariff. That was one punishment, right, on the European business. And then the second, he wanted to invade Greenland, yeah? Greenland's done nothing to him. He wants to invade Greenland and kill everyone in Greenland. And then he wants to invade Denmark, where my friend lives, and kill everyone in Denmark. Well, she's a very tough witch. She's not going to allow that to happen. So then he decided to invade. He also invaded Venezuela as well. He invaded 3 countries. And then, well, he invaded 2 countries, Greenland and Venezuela. And then he invaded, Iran. And then he is going to do some other crazy things as well. And he wants to nuke the world, which is a damage to the environment, to fish, to anything living, basically. So we're going to, if no one stops him, half the world population is going to end up starving to death, because there's no food. And the damage to the earth as well, from acid rain, nuclear fallout, nuclear rains, is a cloud moves, and Donald Trump is a bit stupid. He doesn't know that. So all that acid rain from the Middle East is just going to travel all the way to America. And when they've got acid rain and their crops are dead and their soil is polluted, they have no food to eat. But I don't think he understands that, because he's not very intelligent. And his inner circle that he hangs out with and his advisors are probably more stupid than him. And we can't allow him to destroy nature, because he's destroying nature and he's destroying the soil and the clouds, the vapor of all this burning oil and their radiation from their equipment that they use, and what's it called? It's the iodine and depleted uranium in the weapons that they're using to destroy Iran. Also, mackerel fish come from the Gulf. They come from the Persian Gulf, mackerel fish. So the industries that make tinned mackerel, they're not going to have any company left. They'll have to dismiss thousands of people from having jobs because of what America is doing in the Middle East and how it's affecting the fishing industry worldwide. but they don't understand it because they're stupid. And sorry to be brutally honest. Um, so if they looked into everything, they'll probably say we need to be diplomatic and we'll need to talk about certain things, but they don't want to do that. In fact, Iran had a non-proliferation treaty agreement with the United Nations in the 70s, and all that is just dismissed. Donald Trump doesn't care. It's like it doesn't mean nothing to me. So we'll continue with this. I'm going to use my book that I have, which what did I do with the book? It's I'm trying to think. Um, I had it somewhere. Okay, we've got this one. It's actually very rare to buy now. But I've seen a lot of people who try to do these so-called rituals. They're doing it all wrong. Because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to baptize the puppet. And if you're doing like these tongue rituals and stuff, these cursed tongue rituals, you're supposed to baptize it in the person's name. So they're not doing it the proper way. So I'll read from the book what it says, yeah? Okay, it doesn't say baptizing the brains, yeah? But I'll say, right, so baptizing the brains that this represents. As you know, it's mincemeat. So we take one of the brains and we say, I baptize you Donald Trump, the US President, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In life, this is now what you will be, the US President, Donald Trump. With a coma to all your brain vessels. You'll have a cardiovascular accident, a CVA. You'll be in a coma. This coma is going to change your perspective on life, change your way of thinking. Everything that happens to his brain now happens to Donald Trump. As I command by the power of Ty, the Norse god of war, as the days pass we, Ty, and Mystic Ellie control the deepest desires, dreams, and actions of the US President Donald Trump. Donald Trump, your life is now under our control. The US President Donald Trump will never have any pleasure in his timeline as I will it, as Ty wills it. It is done. It is done. And for double action, we can put the, actually not for double action, because he is a hypocritical Christian, so he won't use this. But we'll put the brain in the jar. We'll just push it a little bit. Hope it doesn't crumble. As you can see, it's going in the jar. Well, anyway, if it's crumbles, he's only going to get more brain damage. But I thought he already had brain damage in the way he is going. If he's not brain damaged, I don't know what is in it now. Should I get the board out? I need to get a label. I need to label it. I'm in luck, I got a label here. This is so funny. I couldn't care less what Donald Trump thinks. Even if someone says, I know the president, and I say, really? Then you must be as toxic as him. Because seriously, I won't have a friend like that. Donald Trump brain. No, I'm very fussy who I hang around with. You know, let you into a secret. When I had my blonde hair, and when it was long, it was really long. I'd actually bleached my hair for 1,000 hours to make it blonde, and I looked like Madonna. Even Madonna got confused on X, what Elon Musk is, and his entire family started trolling me on X. Yeah, they started commenting on everything that I did. His mum, May, she looks pretty good actually for 77. And you know, I used to have a lot of psychic attacks there on X. I don't know if Grimes got jealous because I was doing my music. And I think maybe my music is better than hers. So I used to have a lot of psychic attacks. And I know Grimes, she has a house in Texas. And she has a house in Austin, Texas. And I used to just pray, you know, for, you know, elemental magic, bad weather. Yeah. So they'll stop giving me pain. And I just had to get off X. I had to delete my account, and I had to never talk to Elon Musk again. So his mother is also an Aries, and she's actually born on my birthday, but she was born in 1946. So it was really terrible, the experiences, the psychic attacks that I had on X. It was terrifying. I was suddenly vomiting. Yeah. Suddenly I was vomiting like for hours. You know, I actually thought I was going to rip my intestines out. So I said, okay, I'm going to quit talking to Elon Musk. I'm going to quit talking to his family. I'm going to delete everything out. And I said, okay, right, if they don't like me there, I'll just go away. So I did. My life, I did get less attacks. So now they don't know what I'm doing, which is a good thing. Because when I was at university, I got kicked out. I was doing nursing diploma, got kicked off the course there. So I was like wondering to myself, okay, I'm not talking about anything to anybody. I don't know. I used to belong to a few covens. So I don't know. You know, sometimes these people, what they try to do is confuse the people that you're around or you associate with or get support from, and they confuse them, and then they start attacking you. So I said, okay, if that's what they're going to do, I'm not going to talk to anyone. Just to be safe. So that jar is all labelled now. What I could do with this jar, what would happen to this is that I would keep it in the jar to rot. And I probably have to date it as well. So while it's rotting, Donald Trump is having an experience while it's rotting. So maybe 7 days. So it's like a week it's rotting. You might end up in hospital. I haven't really looked into it, but yeah, then yeah, because he just needs to shut up. That's what he needs to do. He just needs to shut up because he's very toxic. Sorry. Am I talking like an East London gangster? I don't know if you're familiar with them. Too much of EastEnders, is it? uh, that's so funny. Actually, I used to hang out a lot in Essex. So This is Donald Trump's brain. I could do a tribal. Should I do tribal? Okay, we'll do a tribal. Should I put it on the tree of life on the Norse? Oh my gosh, I've got blood on my hands putting it everywhere. I've got the Norse tree here. I've forgotten what they call it. By the power of my ancestors and my spirit guide, sorry, we create a tribal energy of thunder, electricity, to destroy the vessels in this toxic President Donald Trump's mind. We release this tribal energy into the blood flow in the brain vessels right now to stick to all the sides of the veins. May never leave him. May it be buried with him in his coffin, in his cemetery. Unless he repents and stops his vicious plans on Asians. Let our will be done in his lifetime by the power of time. I guess that's one guy gone. The checklist. Oopsie daisy. That's one guy gone. I got a checklist here. But anyway, he's KKK. Donald Trump. He's a very, very bad person. He can't leave people alone, you know. Just minding their own business, living their life. Gone totally crazy. You want to see a picture of Ty? This is Ty. This is Ty. Isn't he good looking? And his braids. You see a dragon there? You see a dragon eyes? You didn't see the dragon eyes. Oh well. So I know Odin has a wolf. Is it a dragon in Valhalla? So who Trump's gonna go there? I need to find out the dragon in the Norse religion. I see a dragon. That's what I saw. I saw a dragon. Okay, let's do the picture on its own. Sorry, this has got no backing. So this is Ty. You know, I love his ears. And my son used to have ears like that. My son, the one who passed away, he had ears like that. So maybe he's related to my son. And then it's even stronger because I've never got rid of all my son's stuff. His belongings are still in his room. So it connects to Ty because they have similar ears. So Ty could be a distant relative of my son. So I don't know about his father's background. He's never discussed it with me. Anyway, we weren't together for a very long time, for decades. All I know is that he was like very, very aggressive. Had a very, very bad temper. He's actually a Cancer, and so is Elon Musk, and Elon Musk likes punching people out. So I think the Cancers have deadly tempers. So the next person on the list is going to be this is his small tiny brain, because he's a small man. He's going to be a small man with no ego soon. Yeah, when the nurses have to wipe his bottom, that's going to be like a big ego change for him. Because he's very arrogant. He might even watch this and say, oh my God, what have you done? Can't find my page now. What have I done? Oh, I feel like a school teacher, you know that. Giving a naughty child corporal punishment. Well, they deserve it, right? They deserve it. There. These are people who have abused their power in the position that they're in. They're making me worry and giving me high blood pressure and anxiety. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're worrying a lot of people. You know, there's warplanes flying over my home all the time. And I'm like wondering, when are they going to drop a bomb where I am? That's how serious it is. Because they're crossing, I don't know how to fly. I don't know why I have to fly down here. I mean, is it just one trip? I want to my last view of the way it was. Maybe they live down here. And they probably say, oh, I love that place. Will I be able to see it when I come back? So, I'm going to try. Let's see. I've lost the page. I'm looking for the page now that I had before. Let's stick the card in. Where's the spray? I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. In life, this is what you will be. Everything that happens to this brain now happens to you. As I come on, I control your deepest desires, dreams, actions. In the mighty name of Ty, we command all the brain vessels in to burst, to cause stroke, coma, for him to have a spiritual Norse experience of don't fuck with us and cripple us with your tariffs, taxes and invasions. What now happens to this man is under Ty's control. He will not feel any pleasure in life unless Ty commands it. Ty, you know what to do with this man's brain for his ego to be diminished into the size of a baby flea's heart. I call upon Ty to do a tribal of energy to make the sky receive the electricity into his brain vessels to destroy. Give him make his brain blade. All the toxic shit he's given to people, may his blood vessels receive it. In his brain. That's one done. One of them is actually an associate of mine. We're used to be very close friends, but now we're more like enemies. It keeps them being a little bitch to me and to the world. He's in a very high position. He's in the military. That's how scary he is. Yeah, and he manipulates everybody to get what he wants in life. And he doesn't care about who gets hurt in the process. I think, should I do his brain? I don't know. Maybe I'll do someone else. I mean, I've got two brains. Sorry, it's hilarious, right? To me, anyway. I think I'm gonna have a tea break. It's 46 minutes. I'll have a tea break and get some stickers for the jars. And get a new set of gloves. Okay, I'm just gonna pause this. Okay, I'm back now. I've got my labels. I got my labels here. I usually buy labels to put on the long life mark, and I don't know what I'm with pencil. So pencil is pencil is in the book, is it? So I need to write down this guy's name. And today's the 8th of May. Nice sticker on there. I actually had to get a special order, a very quick order from Eston to buy their Thousand Island dressing. So it's £1.25 a jar. If anybody's interested. I kind of running out of jars. Said, should I go down to the shop, go to Lidl, and get a jar for 86 pence? And then I said, oh, forget it. I'll just go order it. We've got to do another toxic little shit, which is so we'll do that. I think the friend has escaped the guillotine. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this. It's called a metaphor. You know, a pun and a metaphor. I don't know if Americans know how to speak English. I guess they never went to grammar school. Anyway, let's go do that other guy. It's weird. All of these people are men. I'm not saying the world would be a better place if women ran it. If women were world leaders, maybe the world would be a better place. I mean, some women are world leaders, but we're going to have to make this right glove the left glove. Yeah, it does work. I'm gonna have to squeeze some. I actually got one of those ball maker things to make meatballs. To do this, I actually got one of those meatball things. So it's kind of rough, but oh well. It is 12:16. It's midnight. We're going to exchange that for we're going to exchange that guy. I don't want to say his name because people might get confused. So I have to itch my leg. I do have a little bit of a flea problem. Trying to work that out after 3 years. Had to totally strip the rug I had in the living room. And then I had to put new flooring down and do a lot of things. So, we're gonna get the meaty head now and deal with that. Okay, there it is. The brains of. Let's go spray it. Spray. Baptize. I baptize you in the name of the. I baptize you. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, in this life, this is now what you will be. Everything that happens to this brain now happens to, as I command and Tai commands. Is having by the power of Tai, brain vessels are bursting open. Tied to a tribal of electricity, thunderbolts going into vessels, collapsing them. As the hours pass and days, Only we can control the dreams, desires, brain activities of. He will not feel any vital signs unless he changes his attitude towards ethnic minorities. From Europe, the ethnic minorities, and from other places in the world. He has to stop being a toxic piece of shit. Then he can only be healed by the authority of Ty and all the Norse spirits and Odin. Let our will be done, Ty. Let this man face his brain vessels collapsing as we speak. So it is done by the ancestors. Ty, do tribal. Thunder, another one. Make it go into. That was easy. What I do with this is it's going to be in a dark cupboard and it will rot. I have to check the pendulum. So it's the way I'm sitting. I'm holding the book as well. Okay, should I do that other person? No. Okay, so is it all done and dusted now? And now, should we have some? I have an offering for you, Ty. I have an offering. Here's some orange gin for you. The orange gin is in this glass. It's quite old. It's since my childhood, my parents would take it out for Christmas. But so that would be about over, say, 53 years old. That is that glass. That glass, this is older than 53 years old. This is older than 53 years old. It's older than half a century. So Ty has got his orange gin. And I've got 3 jars put in. I could leave the raw meat out for what's it called? Fenna, the wolf, Odin's wolf, maybe an offering for Odin's wolf. Anyway, I'm gonna be uploading this very soon, and I hope you enjoyed the ritual, and we'll see if the world changes for the better. It is the 5th month of 2026, and the world is in an environmental disaster. So I guess if I don't do something about it, no one else will. Okay, take care and see you on the next show.